Greetings and welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at the 2004 adventure comedy film Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, directed by Raja Gosnell and starring Freddie Prinze Jr., Matthew Lillard, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Linda Cardellini, as well as Alicia Silverstone and Tim Blake Nelson. Let's begin. Fred, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby-Doo attend the opening of an exhibition at the Coulsonian Criminology Museum commemorating their past solved cases with monster costumes on display. However, the celebrations are interrupted by a masked man known as the Evil Masked Figure, who steals two costumes using the reanimated pterodactyl ghost. The gang are then ridiculed by journalist Heather Jasper Howe for failing to stop the attack, and she starts a smear campaign against them. Shaggy and Scooby, after overhearing the rest of the gang criticizing their tendency to bumble every operation, and especially their most recent offense in failing to secure the pterodactyl ghost at the museum, resolve to better themselves and become real detectives. Concluding an old enemy is the mastermind, the gang revisit old cases. They dismiss the former pterodactyl ghost, Jonathan Jacobo, as the culprit due to his apparent death during a failed prison escape. They guess that Jeremiah Wickles, the Black Knight ghost's portrayer, and Jacobo's cellmate in prison, is the culprit. Going to Wickles' manor, the group find a book that serves as an instruction manual on how to create monsters. Shaggy and Scooby find a note inviting Wickles to visit the Faux Ghost nightclub. They are then attacked by the Black Knight ghost, but escape when Daphne fights him off while Velma discovers its weak spot and disables it. Before fleeing, the rest of the gang discover through the book that the key ingredient to creating the monsters is randamonium, a substance that can be found at the old silver mining town. Daphne, Velma, and Fred go to the museum, accompanied by the curator, Patrick Wisely, but discover that the rest of the costumes have been stolen. In the midst of all this, Heather Jasper Howe's smear campaign against Mystery Inc. grows stronger, turning the city of Coolsville against him. Shaggy and Scooby decide to follow the lead from Wickles' note, their first clue ever, and sneak into the Faux Ghost, where criminals whom the gang had unmasked hang out. Wearing disguises to try and solve the mystery, they speak to Wickles and hear how he has mended his evil ways. Scooby causes a scene and his disguise falls off, and the two are thrown out by the criminals through a trash chute. On their way out, they spot Patrick uncharacteristically assaulting someone who appears to be a member of his staff, ordering him to find answers to who vandalized his museum. Shaggy and Scooby then spot Wickles leaving the club and follow him. Fred, Velma, and Daphne go to the mines, finding Wickles' plans to turn it into an amusement park. They confront Wickles, who states that he and Jacobo were cellmates that hated each other and denies having any connection to the museum robberies, thus leaving Mystery Inc. no choice but to dismiss him as the culprit. The gang then find the Monster Hive, a hideout inside the mines where the various costumes are brought to life as real monsters. Shaggy and Scooby play around with the machine's control panel, accidentally bringing several costumes to life, and the gang flees with the panel as the evil masked figure terrorizes the city along with the tar monster. Escaping to their old high school clubhouse, the gang realizes that they can reverse the control panel's power by altering its wiring. Meanwhile, Shaggy and Scooby encounter Captain Cutler's ghost emerging from the bayou, forcing the gang to retreat back to the monster-infested mines, where they plan to reinstall the control panel, activate it, thus destroying all the monsters. In the mines, Velma finds a shrine dedicated to Jacobo, built by Patrick, leading her to believe that Patrick is the evil masked figure. However, Patrick proves his innocence by helping Velma after a catwalk unexpectedly gives way under her. The gang gather in the Monster Hive, where they confront the evil masked figure. Suddenly, the tar monster emerges and captures each member of the gang, aside from Scooby-Doo, who uses a fire extinguisher to freeze the tar monster's body, freeing each of his friends in the process. He reactivates the control panel, turning the monsters back into costumes. The gang take the evil masked figure to the authorities and unmask him, revealing Heather Jasper Howe. Velma then peels Heather's face mask off, revealing that she is actually Jacobo in disguise. Velma explained that Jacobo had actually survived the fall from the prison wall and sought to get revenge on the sleuths by discrediting them and turning the press against them, and that Jacobo had also framed Wickles by putting the instruction manual and the Black Knight ghost in his mansion. The cameraman Ned is also arrested as an accomplice. The sleuths are praised as heroes in Coolsville. In the faux ghost, they celebrate their victory with the reformed criminals. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below letting me know which movie you'd like to see me do next, and what you thought about this movie. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.